Hello everyone, how's it going today? I saw on the news just the other day about this Air National Guardsman from Massachusetts called Jack Teixeira is his name, and he is under arrest for stealing classified information and disseminating that classified information. And I have some thoughts on this that I can share with you all. So what I'm going to cover today, I'm going to give you a brief rundown of what the situation is. Second, I'm going to talk a little bit about classified information and the different levels of classified information. And lastly, I will talk about how he was able to do this. How was he able to go in and take all this top secret classified information and spread it online? So the situation is that this guy, Jack Teixeira, he's 21 years old. He's in the Air National Guard in Massachusetts. Facts are, it says he enlisted or he joined the National Guard in August of 2019, which is almost 4 years ago. He's an airman first class. It doesn't quite make sense to me because if he joined in August of 2019 on active duty, he would have been a senior airman by now for sure. So I'm not sure how I'll be honest, I'm not sure how the promotions in the Guard works, but it's kind of strange that he's been in for 3.5 years and he's still a airman first class. So that's kind of funny. But anyways, 21 years old, airman first class in the Guard. He works at an intelligence unit. So that's one thing there. Intelligence units do have lots of classified information they process. He had been the moderator of a Discord server, and as this role, he started to share information that was of a classified nature on that Discord server. So initially, apparently he did transcripts. He went to work, he found something interesting he wanted to share, and he kind of transcribed it from what the article in the Boston Herald says. He transcribed that information and then he took it home and he shared that online with this Discord server. Apparently to show off. He wants to seem like he's cool or something like that. He has this information, this classified information. Mostly, or a lot of it that's getting attention is about the war in Ukraine. But they said there were hundreds of documents. So after a while, he decided that he got kind of nervous transcribing these things at work. So he started taking these classified documents home with him after work and photographing them with his phone and then uploading these photographs to Discord, as I mentioned before. So he'd been doing this for a significant amount of time, actually, for months. And it got the attention of authorities. They looked into it and they were able to find out who he was based on some of the photos of the documents he posted from his kitchen. He does live with his parents. They were able to match the kitchen where he took the pictures with their kitchen somehow. And anyway, they figured out who he was and they arrested him. So he is now in custody, awaiting the next step in this case. It says here, many of the documents depicted bear the classification, including top secret. So he did have a top secret clearance. As I mentioned, he joined August of 2019 and he got a top secret clearance, it says, in 2022. So not 2019 and 2022. That's about right. Yeah, 18 months was pretty typical to get a top secret clearance. As if he's assigned to an intelligence unit, his actual job is cyber transport, which I'm not really familiar with that. It's a 3 Delta is the start of that AFSC. There's a bunch of 3 Delta jobs, but I'm not familiar with that particular one, cyber transport. But he was assigned to the intelligence squadron. So if you're assigned to an intelligence squadron, you have to be submitted for a top secret because of all the information that due to your job, you're going to be exposed to top secret information in an intelligence squadron. Unless, I guess, you're just doing admin stuff and aren't going to see any classified, but that was not the case with him. So he was submitted for a top secret and he got it. Everyone in the Air Force, once they go through basic training, they're going to get submitted for a secret clearance. Every single person in the Air Force is going to have a secret clearance. And we have over 1 million people in the military with a top secret clearance or higher. So he had a top secret clearance. He was approved for a top secret clearance, SCI, which is sensitive compartmentalized information. Now, to access information, you're supposed to have a couple of things. You're supposed to have a valid clearance and you're supposed to have a need to know. Otherwise, you're not supposed to have access to that information. But we'll get to more of that later. So as far as classified goes, there are a few levels of classification. There is unclassified. You might see it at the top of a document, it's in green lettering, it says unclassified. So that's your regular unclassified stuff. It can be on the unclassified network and no issues there. There's one more level there that's still unclassified. It's called FOUO. It stands for official use only. When I was in Missile, pretty much anything that came out of our printer was FOUO at the very least. And we had to look at it to see if anything on there was secret or top secret before we classified prints from our printer at the missile sites. So anyway, FOUO. It's supposed to be for official use only. You're supposed to shred FOUO after you're done with using it. You can't just throw it in the garbage. You have to shred it. It's not supposed to be, it can be on the unclassified network, but it's not supposed to be accessible to the public in general. But it is. If you go on Google or something like that, you can search FOUO and the type of file being PDF, and you will see all sorts of FOUO documents from the government right there. Since FOUO is technically unclassified, it's not as big a deal. If you send FOUO on a government email system, you need to have that digitally signed, but that doesn't always happen. After unclassified and FOUO, you have the first level of an actual classified material, which is secret. So things that are marked secret, that are classified as secret information, is information that could cause serious damage to national security. Serious damage is how they classify that. And these secret documents need to be in a government-approved security container, otherwise known as a safe with a combination on it, GSA approved. Then there's top secret. Top secret also has to be in the safe. It has to be a safe approved for top secret material. Top secret material could cause exceptionally grave damage to national security if released, is how that goes. And then sensitive compartmentalized information is above top secret, where it talks about special programs that really only people who need to hear that information are people who are directly involved in those programs. So those are the main classifications that you have. There's more levels, but those are the main basic ones that you have. So some of the documents that this gentleman, Jack Teixeira, had taken and shared were top secret. There's two things with the government that need to be established. One, there is information that is overclassified. That's true. Because it's easy to classify something more than it needs to be classified rather than classify it less than it needs to be. So it's kind of like a CYA sort of a thing. And additionally, once you are in a SCIF, you're in a computer system that has classified information on it, you can find all sorts of stuff on there. They kind of spread the information out far and wide in these communities. So you might be on an email list. So you check into you go into your classified email, which is SIPRNet for secret, and top secret has a few different ones, but there are top secret internets as well as secret internets. So SIPRNet is your basic secret one. There are other secret ones too. Whatever your job is, you might get put on email lists. So then you check your email, you're getting all this information just coming right to your inbox. That's how it was with me. It was like overloaded with information, with classified information when I worked in an intelligence squadron. And it's almost like too much. It's too much intelligence to even go through on a daily basis, because there's so much out there that gets just like sent out to everybody. You're CC'd on it, you're blind CC'd on it, all that sort of thing. So it's just tons of information. Additionally, you can go searching around on the SIPRNet and the top secret networks like JWICS. You can go search around there and find stuff. Go into different websites of NGA, NSA. You can find products on there. They're just posted, able for people to just access. They can search them. They have a search function on these networks that you can just search for information. So that's what I think that he did, is he went on, either he got this information in his email or he got access to some kind of sites that were able to have these documents on Ukraine. So this is very, very classified information on the Ukraine operation, because they had troop movements and overall strategies of the Ukraine war. So it's not good for that to be out in the public. If Russia finds out about that, they're able to more easily fight against Ukraine, which is not what we want as the United States. Now, how did he take this information? The main thing that you need to be aware of with classified information and security clearances is trust. If someone has a top secret clearance, they have been investigated, people who they know have been interviewed, and they are satisfied that that person is a trustworthy person. Now, if you go into a SCIF, you can't have a cell phone. You're supposed to put your phone in the cubby. How do they enforce that? Well, they put a sign up, and the sign says, no phones allowed in the SCIF, put your phone in the cubby. At least that's how it was in my SCIF that I worked at. Now, someone could forget to do that and go in, oh shoot, I got my phone. And once you realize that, maybe you very quickly go back to the exit, nonchalantly put your phone back in there like nothing happened and go back in. But if you had bad intentions, you could use your phone to take pictures of things, download things, stuff like that, record audio. But I don't think he did that. I don't think he put his phone in there. I think he actually just took the documents with him. And again, when you leave the SCIF, it's not like they're gonna pat you down and search all your bags and stuff like that to make sure you don't have classified. They trust you, they're not take classified with you. You can print out all sorts of stuff on your computer in SCIF, and when you're done using those documents, you're supposed to put them in the burn bag so they can be burned. But if you take documents, you print documents, you can put them in your backpack and walk out the place. No one's gonna stop you. But that is a highly illegal offense to take classified information home. So what this guy did is he took the classified information home, he took pictures of it, he posted the pictures on Discord. So you have two big things there. Not only did he take the information, steal the information really, it's not being stored in the appropriate manner for the classified information that it is, then he is disseminating that on the internet through a Discord server. So that's a lot of stuff there. And his intent doesn't seem to be noble at all. He seems to be showing off, trying to be cool online with his online group. And that's why he seems to have done it. He wasn't trying to bring attention to anything. He was just trying to be, hey, I'm cool, I have this information. This is similar to one case with Reality Winner. It is similar to that one because Reality Winner did take a NSA document from work, from a SCIF, and she gave it to a journalist to post about Russian involvement in the 2016 election. And they found out that was able to be traced back to her. She went to jail for years on that. This seems to be much more serious than that case. There's more documents. So I would expect he is going to be going to jail for a long time. The one thing someone might ask, why is someone this young having access to this information? Well, it doesn't really matter the age that they are. You can be 18 years old, join the military, get submitted for a security clearance, and get approved for that, and you're ready to go at 18. I had a top secret security clearance when I was my first job in the Air Force. I didn't need a top secret, I just had a secret. Then that was upgraded to top secret on my second assignment, and I was 20 years old when I received my top secret clearance. That information is there. 1 million people have a top secret clearance in the government. So a lot of that is trust. A lot of they trust people to handle the information appropriately. In this case, this person should not have had that trust.